Oh, say does that stop?
Well, the sand has basically run out on the proverbial timer. At this point, Greg, you're either in or you're out.
Yeah, for most teams, the future is certain. It's the playoffs or a 1-2-3 Cancun. Teams are either building for the future or liking what they've got.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Porzingis. Williams is out there with Wallace. Then there's Mourning, and it's Butler in at the small forward. And here's Porzingis for a three. It's the three-point bomb.
And Porzingis, not only tall, but he has that high release point on his shot. Good luck blocking that.
Wall wide open. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Wall's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Hawks. Here's Mourning, and the dunk by Mourning.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Butler kicks to Leonard. Another three for Atlanta.
Hand-eye from Leonard is off the charts, especially for his first year in the league.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Butler. Fires from deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now here's Wall. Coming off a solid outing against Indiana. Fires the three. McDyess can't hit. Austin's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
And here is Butler, following Porzingis' three. Pass to Kaman. And here's Leonard. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Wallace. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And the call will go against Caron Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Hawks on D, trailing by 2. Mourning a screen on Leonard. Out to Wallace. Jacks up a three. And the Celtics another three.
Well, that is setting the tone. Perfect 5 for 5 to start this game.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Outside, Wall. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Wallace. Three-pointer, Butler. No good on the shot.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Wall's shot is off. Celtics leading by 5. Williams passes to Wallace. Back to Williams. Offline with his three. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Outside Leonard. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's McDyess. Atlanta again missing. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Pass to Williams. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Hawks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And here's McDyess. Here's Kaman, defended by Butler. Butler in the corner. That three off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside, Porzingis. Three-pointer. The three-pointer is right on target. Porzingis has got 9 points.
And when you rank stretch bigs, you have to place Porzingis toward the top of that list. This guy is a pure shooter at 7'3".
Atlanta making a switch here. Jennings is checked in. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Kawhi Leonard. Let's check in now with our Allie Lapores, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey guys, Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Guys, back to you.
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. The Hawks trail by 8. Will it go? The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 4 assists now tonight.
And what body control from Leonard. Gotta be impressed with this rookie.
Outside Butler. Puts up a 3. Hits it from three-point range. Butler's got his second bucket of the night.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Leonard. Let's go. Another miss by Leonard.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Outside, Porzingis. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
The Hawks shooting 33% here in the first quarter. Leonard on the wing. 50 seconds left here in the first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jennings. Nice defense from Wallace. Celtics leading by 12 to the paint. Here's Butler. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Butler's got 8 points.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And they're hoping Leonard can be a go-to guy for the next few years. I think he has the game to do it.
Wallace against Jennings. Wallace looking for an opening. Pass to Mourning. Back to Wallace. The 3 from Porzingis. That one's not going to go. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Celtics out in front. They lead by 12. 2K Sports. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Boston.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Jennings out there with Wall. Then it's Walker, and it's Reeves in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's a 2 from Simons. Rebounded by the Hawks. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
And the fact that they did all of that on the road was really impressive.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. On the wing, Walker, covered by Simons. Walker dishes the Wall. Back to Walker. Wall sets a screen for Walker. Pass to Jennings. On the stripe. And it's sent back by Carter.
Celtics ball.
Here is the 2K leaderboard. What a terrific defensive performance these teams have had since All-Star. Third spot, the Celtics.
I mean, they've got the intimidation factor down low. Their shot blocking really gives them a reputation, and teams may grow reluctant to want to force the action inside.
Chris Kaman is checked in for the Hawks. James Jones comes in for Brandon Jennings. Boston making a switch here. Wallace, the pass to Williams. Connects from three-point range. Williams has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Kittles. Back to Wall. It's taken away by Wallace. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Outside, Porzingis from past the arc. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Back to Wall. Rebound by Wallace. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Outside, Williams. Pass to Porzingis. Over Kaman. Rebound by the Hawks.
He typically dominates that area of the floor. It just didn't drop.
Jones kicks to Kaman. Three-pointer on the way. The Hawks again can't hit. Celtics leading by 14. Outside Williams for 3. They grab their own miss. Finished off by Carter.
Man, that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Well, you see this all too often. The effort has to be there first.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Tim, I can hear it in my head right now. You called Steph Curry must-see TV. Does anyone from this next generation maybe approach that description for you?
Well, Kevin, certainly Victor Wembanyama would be at the top of that list. You're talking about a one-off when you combine that size with that particular skill set. And then Anthony Edwards would be another guy because of the explosiveness and excitement that he brings every single night.
It'll be exciting to see this next generation and see if they do impact it like the ones before them, for sure. Wall, no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Wallace, the pass to Porzingis. Sinks the triple. Porzingis has got 18 points in the game.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Butler up top. He's guarded by Williams. Outside, Wall. The Hawks again can't hit.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
They just need a spark. This is when your leaders have to step up.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Porzingis has got 21 in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside Leonard. Williams against Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there is enough game left to make corrections.
A 3 from Porzingis. Rebound, Atlanta. Kaman's got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard kicks to Wall. Back to Leonard. To end the cold streak, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Good work inside. Leonard getting strong position there for the finish.
Wall against Wallace. Bounce pass from Williams. Wallace misses. The Hawks trail by 21. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Wall against Wallace. Wall passes to Butler. Leonard, that's for 2. And Boston with the rebound. Morning's got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams kicks to Wallace. Pass to Butler. Porzingis with a screen on Leonard. Butler from outside. They get it back.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Looking to get it going. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for John Wall.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for your Hawks. Number 3, Brandon Jennings.
Leonard, the pass to Butler. Out to the wing. McDyess kicks to Butler. Clock at 6. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Drops in the tray. Leonard's got 12 in the game.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Warning with it. And here's Porzingis for a 3. It's good from long range. Porzingis has got 24. And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now. And, Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thank you for that interview. And we'll be back with more basketball in just a moment.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the...
Taking a look here now at Boston. The playoffs right around the corner. Tonight's going to be about fine-tuning and getting ready for the postseason.
Now let's talk about that first half. What an impressive performance for the Celtics.
They've been in...
Thanks for joining us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Boston leading by 21. Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Butler. Then there's Wallace. Then it's Williams. And it's Mourning in at the 5, roaming the paint. Butler passes to Leonard. Now Kaman. Defended by Butler. Kaman's shot is good.
Run this offense. That's what Wall was brought in to do.
Bounce pass Wallace. Butler from outside. And it's Kaman with the rebound. Kaman's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kaman sets a screen for Wall. Outside Leonard. McDyess inside. Wallace on him. And stolen by Butler. Back to Leonard. Pass to Butler. Outside Wall. Kaman sets a screen for Wall. No good with the triple.
Well, if you take low percentage shots, you are going to have difficulty making them.
Buries the long-range jumper. Butler's got 11 points.
And didn't have that shot coming out of college, but Butler can be deadly if he develops it.
Pass to Leonard, takes the 3, and good, coming off the assist by Wall.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And here's a rundown of the rookies already having a huge impact in their first season. These are the NBA's rookie scoring leaders. John Wall, 4th.
Well, coming in, you wondered how his talent would translate at this level in terms of scoring. And I've got to say, apparently, it's translating pretty well.
Now here's Wallace. Butler from outside. Rebounded by Kaman. Kaman's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Wall kicks to Kaman. Pass to Butler. And here's McDyess. Wallace covering. The kick out to Wall. 4 on the clock. Leonard, no luck. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Knocks it loose. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Here's McDyess. Outside, Wall. And stolen by Butler. Pass to Williams. Great that time from Leonard.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, Kevin. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Back to you guys.
Keeping that edge. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, you have a feeling this would be a completely different game if it wasn't for his brutal shooting performance.
The three from Porzingis. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And how can you not be impressed with Porzingis? This young man has the ability to take over games.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Celtics. With one game to go, let's take a look at how the final seeding will look in the East. Taking a look at Atlanta, advantage in one series. And, of course, there's Boston. They're in 5th place.
Well, I think for Boston, they're locked into a top spot. Definitely happy they're above the play-in game. And, boy, they've worked hard to be in this position.
Wallace against Wall, and Leonard has it in the corner. Wall sets a screen for Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
It's so encouraging to see. The more offense, the better from Leonard.
Pass to Williams. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Tonight has just not been his night. It's that simple. Luckily, they have found success elsewhere.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Good on the 3-point shot. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Williams. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. And the Celtics lead by 20. Wall against Wallace. Pass to Leonard. McDyess, a screen. Leonard dishes to McDyess. 5 on the clock. Here's Wall. That one doesn't go. Nice defense from Wallace. Boston leading by 20. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career. And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for the Hawks. Celtics also with a sub. Azili's checked in. A minute 42 left in the 3rd quarter. Leonard, the pass to Butler. Back to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Outside Jennings. And taken away by Wallace.
Hawks foul. Brandon Jennings. First personal foul. First team foul.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Yeah, they have been dialed in from deep. The 3-pointer has been there all night for them.
And the first one at the line is good. So both teams changing it up here. Wallace hits 2 free throws. And it's Jennings with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. To the inside. It's tipped. It's stolen by Azili. Down low.
Hawks foul.
And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. In 4th, the Celtics.
And defensively, they have really set the tone lately, preventing teams from getting into any kind of rhythm against them.
And the Celtics making a change here. Carter's checked in. No good on the second free throw. Atlanta's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Kittles. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists now in this one. Carter outside. Back to Wallace. Carter with a screen on Jennings. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. Boston, no good that time either. The Hawks trail by 19. Kamen passes to Kittles, and Jones has it in the corner. Jennings kicks to Walker. Hawks passing it around. Lets it go from deep. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. The Celtics shooting an ugly 27% since halftime.
Who's watching here?
Over in the corner, White. Boston, no good that time either. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So with Leonard on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. All out there with Jennings. Then it's Walker, and it's Kittles in at the 3 slot. It's deflected. Outside, Simons. Azealia screen. And it's Simons missing.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
Walker the pass to Wall. Lays it up and banks it in. Wall's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Hawks. And we've heard some coaches complaining about players getting away with traveling. Is that something, Greg, the league needs to clean up?
Well, it's inevitable that a few of those calls are going to be missed. But listen, you'd rather have that than officials whistling.
Come on. You got him.
How about on Jennings?
John.
Corner. Watch the pick.
Yo, man up on Wall.
Rebound. Zo. Come on. Who's man? No. Switch. Step out. Coming. Yep.
Hey, yo, get on Anthony.
Watch the foul. Who got Butler? Foul.
Shooter, no.
Set up. Hey, kick it out.
That's what's up. Let's show them what we're all about.
Hey, how about Jennings? How about Jennings?
I got shooter here. I got shooter.
That's on you.
Oh, come on, man. That ain't right.
Welcome to Tuesday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. We got a good one in store for you. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Grant, two teams with very high hopes for the postseason. This should be a fantastic matchup.
You know, B.A., I've had this one circled on my calendar. Both sides have talent. They're exciting. You know, it's the kind of game that could come down to the last shot.
And the Milwaukee starting five. Mike Conley out there with Dyson Daniels. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Mirasan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Richardson for three. Carroll with the rebound. Daniels outside. Markkanen with a screen on Richardson. From deep, Conley. No luck on that one. And Williams has got the ball here for Brooklyn. Pass to Richardson. From deep. Milwaukee with the rebound. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
3 on the clock. Here's Daniels. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Screen by Holmgren. Outside Richardson. Over Daniels. Richardson, no good. The Bucks have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Well, Clark, the Bucks certainly need to rebuild on some level, but they don't control their own draft pick until 2031.
NBA, that certainly makes things complicated and more difficult. A losing season won't do them any good in terms of the lottery. They've got to do their best to stay competitive while developing their young talent. That's a really difficult balancing act.
To the left side wing. From deep, Conley. That shot off.
That's their 4th attempt from the floor with nothing to show for it.
Richardson, the pass to Crowder. Lets it go from deep. Richardson, no good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Over to the wing. Here's the pick. For 3, Conley. And it's good. First made shot in 4 attempts.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
First quarter of basketball. Just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Holmgren. No good on the shot. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Daniels passes to Conley. Back to Daniels. Pass to Mirasan. Markkanen outside to the wing, right side. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Tries again. And it's Richardson with the rebound.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Shot from the wing. And the Nets miss again.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Pass to Carroll. Here's Daniels. Here's Mirasan, guarded by Richardson. Mirasan, that's good. Now here's Williams. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Toronto.
And his court vision was sensational as well. He was making all the right decisions. He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Marketing from long range. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Eighth in blocks, and when it comes to steals, they're in the top half of the league. They don't miss many opportunities to get their hands on the ball.
And talking about how they've done protecting the ball, this is a team that makes you work defensively. They don't just throw it away. Pass to Holmgren, the shot to stop the run, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
It's now a decade in the league for Chris Dunn. What's helped him stick in the NBA, Clark?
I think it's his defensive prowess, B.A., quite honestly. I thought he would be better overall, but defensively is where he's made his mark. He's terrific defending the ball, disruptive, and causes turnovers quite a bit. And usually he's drawing the top perimeter assignment every night.
Richardson finds Williams. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. We've got to push him farther out than this.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Chris, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Jones comes in for Williams. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Harper comes in for Daniels. Markkanen with a screen on Jones. Porter looks it over. Pass to Markkanen. To the left wing from deep. Harper. They get it back. Here's Mirasan. Shots blocked.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And here's Richardson. There's the triple. The rebound by Markkanen.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
Back to Porter. There's the three. Here's Mirasan. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Open midi right there. That's letting the defense off the hook when you don't cash in.
Takes a three. Porter's shot is off. Well, the Nets shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter. Conley against Jones. Here's Richardson. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Markkanen with a screen on Jones. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Porter, the pass to Mirasan. Fade away. Oh, stolen by Richardson. Jones from outside. And no good. 1 second left. That one doesn't drop. That's the end of the first quarter. And not much scoring. It remains close. Nets out in front, up by 2. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
They've got Marquise Chris, and it's Petrus in at the shooting guard. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Porter, the pass to Burks. Chris pulls down the board. The Nets with the lead. And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big Three era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
Pass to Burks. Here's Kersey, defended by Bogdanovich. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Comes up empty down low. Now here's Burks. Shot clock at 6. Back to Bogdanovich. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Pass to Chris. Jones feels it out. Over Bogdanovich. Offline from the top of the key.
Look, it's real simple. It's a make or miss league, and he just missed it.
Porter a screen. Lets it fly from 18. Jump shot is good that time. Harper's got his first 2 points of the night. The Nets have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo talked about what keeps him going. He said the most important thing is to stay humble. At the end of the day, I realized that I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm just happy and I always want to be better and do better for my team. And that's what gives me joy. Back to you guys.
You got to respect that mindset. Allie, we appreciate the report. Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Markkanen's checked in for Williams. Carroll comes in for Burks. And Daniels is subbed in for Harper. And here is Williams. Yet to see a basket. Richardson for 3. Porter pulls it in.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
And the shot's good.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Brooklyn trailing. It's stolen by Bogdanovich. Pass to Daniels. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Here's Porter. Fires the 3. It's not going to go for him. Outside, Williams. Outside, Richardson. There's a screen. Takes the 3. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds in the game. Porter, the pass to Markkanen, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Markkanen. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
You know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Pass to Williams. Off target from three-point range.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Carroll, pass to Daniels. Outside Porter. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Leitner. Brooklyn has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Williams from long range. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
He was licking his chops there. Got a good look.
And here's Milwaukee now. Daniels outside. Pass to Porter. The 3 is up. Kept alive. Mirasan. And the layup is good off the glass. Mirasan's gotten his second bucket on the night. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Here's Leitner. Back to Crowder. Pass to Williams. Here's Mozgov. No good off the back of the rim.
That one hurts. Point blank range, you've got to capitalize on it.
Now Daniels. Left side Porter. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Everyone, I needed to get loud here for your Brooklyn.
Making a switch here. Holmgren's checked in. The Bucks also with a sub. Conley's checked in for Michael Porter. Brooklyn has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
Pass to Mirasan. To the paint. Here's Crowder, and Crowder with the jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Pass to Williams. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Bucks.
You know he wants that one back, right in his wheelhouse.
Now here's Markkanen. He's covered by Holmgren. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Conley. Markkanen's got 6.
Another dime in the stellar career of dime dropping by Mike Conley. I tell you, he's dropped thousands of dimes in his career.
29 seconds left in the second quarter. Markkanen outside. Here's Mirasan. Four on the clock. Here's Carroll. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake. Here's Richardson. And that's not going to go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Brooklyn out in front, leading by 1. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Their shooting has been bad, like Kenny's wardrobe bad. They need to be smarter offensively, run through the plays so you get good looks.
And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
When you've got 2 great players going at it like this, buckle up. It's an adventure. I'm telling you, I think the second half, one will emerge as the top dog. Roof, roof.
Roof, roof. 2 big dogs at the top of the food chain going at it here.
Roof, roof, roof.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Chet Holmgren with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And on the floor for Doc Rivers as we get into the second half. Dyson Daniels out there with Mike Conley. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Miersson in at the center position.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Pass to Carroll. Fires from deep. And it's Richardson with the rebound. The Nets with the lead. Here's Crowder. Holmgren outside. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Outside Richardson. Back to Williams. He buries it from 3. Williams has got his second bucket on the night.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feat.
And so timeout here by Doc Rivers. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And we know how loyal Giannis is to Milwaukee. But trade rumors continue.
Yeah, it's just the reality when you have a superstar player but not much of a title shot. The sense is Giannis deserves to make another run at it somewhere.
Pass to Miersson.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Nets leading by 4. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Richardson for 3. The rebound by the Bucks. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And just unable to get anything going tonight. I mean, his teammates have really bailed him out.
And a look at the stats for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And Williams has got the ball here for the Nets. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Richardson. Holmgren. Oh, the timing of the putback by Chet.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Pass to Conley. Fires for 3. Drops in the 3. Conley's got 6.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Outside Richardson. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Well, he certainly hit some turbulence here, trying to get it cranked back up.
Markkanen outside for the tie. Crowder grabs a miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Holmgren outside. This one for 3. Carroll with the rebound. Milwaukee is gone. Only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Williams against Conley. Markkanen for 3. Here's Miersson. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And it's now only a 1-point Nets lead. The Nets have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Holmgren outside. Fires the 3. Miersson pulls it in. Mierson's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Markkanen with a screen on Richardson. Conley, he's open. Here's Miersson. Soft touch off the glass. Mierson's got 4 points in the quarter.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
The 3 from Holmgren. And again, it's the Nets missing.
After knocking down a couple in the first half, he hasn't gotten a 3 to fall since.
Daniels outside. The kick out to Conley. Money from 17 feet out. And it's a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
Finding the soft spot in the defense there. Crafty work by Conley.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Brooklyn, no good that time either.
This has been a tough quarter for him and a challenging game for this team.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Daniels. Now here's Markkanen. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Mirasan misses. Outside, Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Daniels. Here's Richardson. Stop the drought. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Mirasan's got his 16th rebound on the night.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's Daniels. And that one's drained from the low block. And the Bucks lead by 5.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Pass to Richardson. The three. Mirasan pulls it in.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
To the wing on the left. They set the pick. The three. Conley nails it from 3. Conley's got 11 points.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Pass to Holmgren. The three. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done.
They are just owning the boards right now.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Williams looking around. Holmgren outside. All alone. He squares up and sinks it. He's got 12.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Outside Conley. From downtown. They grab their own miss. Back to Daniels. Launches it. Knocks down the triple. Daniels has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Richardson. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest. Pass to Holmgren. The three is up. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Milwaukee with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Defense is setting the tone. We'll be right back after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Tyus Jones, and it's Chris in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5. Out left to the wing. Here's Leitner. Williams defending. The kick out to Richardson. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 to fall.
Draining his first 3 of the game. No doubt hoping to build up a little momentum from outside.
And they pick up 2. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Leitner. Williams defending. And he jams it home with authority.
Need to do more than that to keep him from getting the ball in the post.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Inside. And Williams punches it home.
Williams able to quickly get to the rim, and that length of his helps.
Outside Richardson. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers' huddle, and Coach reminded his team that leads can disappear quickly in the NBA. He said if we get loose and they make a few shots in a row, then this is a ball game again. Do not let that happen, he implored. Guys.
Allie, thank you. Pass to Petrus. Beyond the arc. He drops it from range. Petrus got his first 3 points of the game.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Here's Harper. From outside the arc. Kersey pulls it in.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a three at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
Jones sets a screen. And he lobs it up top. And the dunk by Jones.
And give them credit on the job they've done to narrow the gap with this big run.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
Harper passes to Porter. And he nails that one right through the heart. Porter's got 7 points for the quarter.
Boy, I think they've lost their intensity. I mean, the defensive pressure is lacking this half.
Pass to Petrus. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Richardson for three. Mirasan pulls it in. Mirasan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Here's Porter. The shot's good. And it's a 7-point Bucks lead.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Pass to Kersey. Back to Jones. Outside Richardson. He shoots a three. Some solid defense from Markkanen. Milwaukee leading by 7. Porter, the pass to Harper. To the middle. Oh, deflected. Pass to Porter. It's off. Brooklyn has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter. With the step back. Here's Harper. Oh, off target from downtown. Here's Petrus. Porter.
And Porter Jr. has a very high ceiling, especially when it comes to his scoring ability.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That's good from Porter.
And Porter Jr. is a gifted scorer. I mean, one who possesses really good size and length that makes it hard for defenses to reel him in.
Porter hits them both.
He's a big guy with a soft stroke from the charity stripe. You love to see that.
Daniels against Richardson. Jacks up a three.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot three.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
Carroll, he's checked in for Porter Jr. And no good on the third free throw. So he ends up 2 for 3.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Conley against Williams. Markkanen pulls in another board. And he hauls in his 20th rebound.
Oh, just dominating the glass. Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Williams outside. He makes the first of 3, and that trims the lead to 6. He makes the second free throw, and that brings him within 5. And no good on the third free throw. So he ends up 2 for 3. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ooh, it's stolen away. Crowder with it. Now guarded by Daniels. He lets it go. Tight D, making that one difficult. And it's Daniels with the ball for Milwaukee. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Markkanen from deep. The putback. Ooh, the shot is off. Absolutely no room for error.
Everything has to almost fall perfectly for them to pull this out. I like whenever Holmgren uses his length to his advantage. Great at forcing the D to foul him inside.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
And that's an intentional foul.
Williams. First personal foul. Team seconds.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul.
First free throw is good. And that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, those were big free throws right there. It's exactly how you want to close out a game.
Here's the pass to Williams. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. He launches. Oh, it misses.
Rough start for him for sure. He needs to make a shot just to gain some confidence.
And an intentional foul right there.
Shooting from Milwaukee. George Marathon. At the line with 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
So Milwaukee wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have 2 choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this...
Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Tuesday night presentation of hurtling down the home stretch of this season. Greg, what do you make of potential first-round series in this postseason?
Well, there's certainly some matchups that I think plenty of fans would love to see, but we still have a bit of time for things to kind of fall into place. That's what makes this time of year so exciting.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got Kenneth Faried. Green is out there with Mayo. Then it's James. And it's Noah in at the 5, down low.
The shot of LeBron. It's the final piece of his game. It'll be interesting to see how he develops it.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. And the 3 ball is good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you. Yeah, I love the competitive fire right
right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's James coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
Looking almost automatic. For a guy that skipped college, James is pretty polished.
Lillard outside. A three-pointer off the mark. And here are the Bulls now. Outside Mayo. Back to James. And the Bulls, another three.
Oh, good-looking jumper there. LeBron, the total package at the offensive end.
And, Greg, the Bulls have said they're leaning towards building with depth, saying that star teams are more vulnerable to injury.
Well, they don't yet have a bona fide big-time star on this roster, so if you ask me, that might be a case of sour grapes.
Green finds for Reed. Now here's Noah. Pass to Green. Three-pointer. Good, and a nice assist from Noah.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Bagley with a screen on Mayo. Puts one up from 19. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 8 points.
And when you have Lillard's stroke, the mid-range is going to be open for you. This rookie can shoot from any distance.
And it's slammed in by Howard.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Now here's Mayo. Pass to Fareed. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Now here's Caruso. 11 points last game. Pass to Lillard for the three. It's rebounded by Noah. Chicago's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Green with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. And here's LeBron outside. And the Bulls with another miss. As Downing for Charlotte, they won that game against Cleveland. Now here's Bagley. Covered by LeBron. Pass to Prince. Fires for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they seem unfazed by the hostile environment. I mean, just look at how efficiently they shot the ball.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, Caruso. O.J. Mayo missing on the free. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now, Caruso. Scoreless thus far. Bagley finds Prince.
A clever and versatile defender. LeBron is excellent at using that athleticism and reach to just bother the shooter.
This one for 3. Drills it from outside. LeBron's got 13.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Lillard the pass to Caruso. Now Howard. Covered by Noah. Howard, that's good.
Nice bucket from Howard down low. This is where he's going to inflict most of his damage.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guys. And some changes here for the Hornets. Ori comes in for Taurean Prince. And Oubre subbed in for Alex Caruso. And then for Chicago, Hardaway comes in for Green. And it's T.J. McConnell in for O.J. Mayo. Now here's Hardaway. After LeBron James's miss. Shot clock at 5. Hardaway, no good. Hornets trail by 5. Inside, Orr. No good that time. Great D that time from James. Lillard against McConnell. Back to Hardaway. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Bagley with a screen on Hardaway. Pass to Lillard from outside the arc. He can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 8. James looking around. Noah with a screen for James. Outside Hardaway. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Lillard. And it's Bagley in the corner. Outside, Ori. Puts up a three. Bagley, no good. Bulls have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. James, no good. Lillard with it. 8 points for him. Here's Ori. Over LeBron. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
Kelly Oubre out there with Ori. Then it's Starks. Then there's Harper. And it's Kite in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. Here's Kite. Hardaway with the steal. A finish. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Pass to Ori. And here's Oubre. Now, here is Starks. Oubre outside. Charlotte moving it around. Goes to the reverse layup and puts it in. Kite's got his first bucket of the night.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Hardaway. Shoots over Harper. Hardaway, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
Some changes for Charlotte. Prince has checked in for Ori. Alex Caruso comes in for Harper. And Lillard subbed in for John Starks. Chicago also making some changes. James checked in for Chris Boucher. Green comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Mayo in for T.J. McConnell. Now here's Brown. Still yet to score. Out to Hardaway. Brown sets a screen for Hardaway. Mayo, and that's for two. Hornets with the rebound. Oubre outside. Pass to Caruso. Lillard against Mayo. Back to Caruso. Oubre for three. Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Lets the three fly. The offensive rebound. The kick out to LeBron. Brown with the screen on Prince. And LeBron nails the three.
Doing everything on the floor. James has a chance to make this a nightly occurrence.
Lillard outside. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got 10 points in the game.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Outside, James. And the Bulls, another three.
And what a huge performance for him. I mean, he drained three three-pointers in that first quarter, and he's got two more here in the second.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Hornets. Marvin Bagley comes in for Oubre. The Bulls also changing it up. Noah comes in for Brown. And for Reeds, subbed in for Hardaway. Caruso, the pass to Bagley. Lillard outside. From downtown. And it's Chicago with the rebound. For Reeds got his fourth rebound in this one.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those two three-pointers in the first quarter.
Now here's Mayo. This is the most they've led by, 13 points. And they pick up two. James has got 8 here in the quarter.
And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Howard setting the pick for Caruso. From outside, off the mark. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. On the wing, James. Another three for Chicago.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Caruso. Hasn't made one yet. Lillard misses.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And the wide open shot from Green. No good on the three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Lillard outside. Drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 13 points.
Nice start for him beyond the arc. He's already hit 3 triples, and I'm pretty sure there's more to come.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. There's a minute 47 left now here in the second. Outside Mayo, beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough three.
Over to the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard, and another three for Charlotte.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
LeBron outside. Fades. Whoa! James showing the range.
And he is just oozing with confidence. LeBron not shy about answering back.
Lillard outside. Almost, but it rolls out. Bulls leading by 15. 46 seconds left in the first half. Really left alone that time. James has got 30.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
43 seconds left in the first half. Caruso looking for an opening. Lobbed up there for Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Joakim Noah.
And the rookie Lillard is a fantastic scorer who also does very well orchestrating the offense.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Bangs home the trifecta. James has got 33.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Lillard outside. Pass to Caruso. Lets it go with a 3. Taurean Prince, and that's good. Prince has got himself on the board with 3 there. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Bulls leading by 17. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to team up with?
That's tough, Ernie.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Bulls.
Obviously.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So for Chicago right now, they've got Noah. Kenneth Faried is out there with James. Then it's Mayo, and it's Green in at the 2. Now here's Caruso. Following the miss by Kenneth Faried. Bagley kicks to Lillard. Clock at 6. Back to Bagley. Takes a 3. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. An efficient score, Kobe White, effective with or Greg without the ball in his hands.
And that's a rare quality. A guard who can break you down off the bounce, but also willing to give it up and then zip to an open spot. It just makes him so difficult to defend.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Lillard outside from deep. And James pulls it down.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
On the wing, James. Noah with a screen for James. They get it back. Noah dishes to Faried. Another shot and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. A chance here to quickly focus on shooting guards around the NBA and see who the top assist men have been since the All-Star break. Alex Caruso, 3rd.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, it all starts with ball movement, Greg. And when your off guard has that kind of unselfish mindset that these guys do, it makes a huge difference.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. A moment here now to see the numbers for Damian Lillard.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Prince, the pass to Caruso. And it's off from 3-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And here's Mayo from the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Bagley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
The drive by LeBron. Fareed finds James.
Just forcing his way to the line was James. I think we'll say that a million times the next couple decades.
It's his first trip to the line.
He's knocked down 3/4 of his foul shots this season, so he's right around 75%.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And I don't know if we've ever seen a player come into the league with as much height and expectations as LeBron James. He's dealing with a lot of pressure at a very young age.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, guys. Well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow. Kevin, back to you.
Merci. Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. And here is Green after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. Outside, James. Launches it. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Bagley with a screen on Mayo. 3-pointer, Lillard. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
And the rookie with the answer there. Lillard putting the league on notice with this aggression.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Oubre is checked in for Lillard. Hardaway's checked in for Chicago. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Caruso against Mayo. To the middle. Fareed, no good. Hornets trail by 18. Pass to Caruso. Howard setting the pick for Caruso. No good from outside. Chicago's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Green kicks to Fareed. Here's Hardaway. Guarded by Prince. It's Hardaway, that time on the assist by Fareed. Hardaway has got 10.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
That's the kind of aggression you want to see when you've got a team on the ropes.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Now, here's Oubre. O.J. Mayo missing his last shot. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. Out to the right wing. 5 to shoot. Howard finds Prince. Here's Caruso. Charlotte again missing.
Oh, wow. He's yet to score this quarter. And it's not for a lack of trying. They just need him to make something.
And here's Mayo from beyond the arc. Hornets with the rebound.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And Howard with the stuff.
And this young rookie, Howard, can jump out of the gym. He's an athletic monster.
We've got 1:23 left in the third. Here's Noah. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Howard's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Defenders going at Colin Sexton should be mindful of his prowess in the paint, Greg. He's pretty tricky.
That's right, Kevin. We tend to think of guards like Sexton as perimeter pests. But Collins a real plus when he's in close. Let him slip by you, and it's a deuce.
Here's Mayo following the bucket by the Hornets. Pass to Hardaway. The kick out to Fareed. Mayo left side. Here's Hardaway. Fareed setting the pick for Hardaway. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Hardaway has got 5 points in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And an eye high 4-9. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here is Hardaway. 13 points in the game. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third. Fareed, a screen on Prince. Inside. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Ori is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Gary Trent. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Kite in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Hornets 5. Outside Hardaway. Back to LeBron. Pass to Boucher. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's a 16-point game. To the paint. Got a piece of it. And taken away by Brown. Here's Hardaway. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Misses the 3. Outside Hardaway. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Ori, a screen on McConnell. Houston passes to Oubre. Lillard outside. Pass to Houston. Stolen by McConnell. All going up court. And James gets it to go.
Yo, watch Lillard.
Yo, get on Mail. Hey, get on him.
Watch the pick.
Pick. Yo, kick it out.
Pick Curry.
Oh.
Shot. Yo.
Screen coming.
Foul.
Yeah, fire it up. Yeah, player.
Ball. Step out.
I got your help.
LeBron.
Oh, nuh-uh. No. Who got Brian?
Get Kelly.
And all over the floor, you can see each player preparing for the... What better for a Tuesday evening than a little NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. We've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Jakob Poeltl out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Smith, and it's Livingston in the point guard. Since entering the league, Doris, Evan Mobley has been a defensive stalwart.
B.A., Evan is the ultimate chess piece for a head coach. He's cross-positional, meaning he can basically guard 1 through 5. Elite at rim protection. If he gets cross-matched on a switch on the perimeter, he can get down in a stance and stay in front of a guard. What can't he do on the defensive end?
Now here's Smith for three. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Nash. Pass to Sampson. Top of the key. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Smith outside. Here's Livingston. Smith outside. Clock at 6. They set the screen. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And it's Livingston missing.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
And Carroll passes to Nash. Cleveland working the ball around now. Sampson's shot is off. Pass to Livingston. A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. A nice shot by Smith.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Nash. 8 points in his last time out. Allen with a screen on Jackson. They get it again. Goes back up. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
Outside, Caldwell-Pope from the arc. And Detroit another three.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pass to Allen. Here's Sampson. He lays it up and banks it in. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Livingston. On the wing, Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Livingston. 4-3. Dunleavy with a rebound. Cavaliers trail by 3. To the inside. Sampson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. With the postseason in our sights now, what's more important to have? Home court advantage or momentum, Greg?
I'd argue both. B.A., I mean, if I had to choose one, I'd say momentum. Just because you want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs.
Here's Nash. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Down low. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Now here's Smith. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. 6 to shoot. From about 19. Again, the miss by the Pistons. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Nash passes to Sampson. With the 7-footer. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Sampson's got 10 points.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Jackson, the screen. Smith right side. Pass to Livingston. Now Caldwell-Pope. And here's Smith. He's got 6. Shoots over Allen. And again, no good by Detroit. Here's Nash. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. a top 3 pick in a loaded 2021 draft. Evan Mobley continues to get better, as scouts predicted he would.
I don't think there is a ceiling on Evan Mobley, B.A., because on the offensive end, as good as he is and as much progress as he's made, there's more to come. That belief in his three-point ability is only going to continue to grow with repetition. We know his work habits are exceptional. His off-the-bounce game will develop. His low-post game will develop. Like good night and good luck defense.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Gallinari, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Dick comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Ben Simmons subbed in for Livingston. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey there, I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. Much of our discussion centered around Cade Cunningham. He said that's their catalyst. They look to him to control the pace, to read the defense, and to make the right basketball play, which he usually does. He is very tough to neutralize. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Cavaliers making a change here. With only one game left, let's take a look at what the final standings could look like out east. You look at the Cavaliers, a really frustrating season for them. They're looking forward to the draft. And check it out, Detroit. They are way behind in their conference.
Well, I think for Detroit, they didn't want their season to end like this, but it is what it is, and they're already focused on the offseason. There are obvious changes that need to be made, maybe quite a few of them.
Now here's Dick. Simmons with a screen on Allen. Dick. No good, and they can't put it into the drought.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pistons trail by 6. Right side Simmons. Outside for Gallinari. Here's Dick. And again, the Pistons missing. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 11 so far. Pass to Sampson. Gallinari brings the double. Here's Marbury. Uses the glass on the layup.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
They desperately want to stop this run.
Might be time to switch things up. Try a new play call or something.
Detroit moving the ball around. A nice shot by Smith.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
Cleveland leading by 5. Pass to Kaminsky. For 3, Allen. Kicks it to Kaminsky. Now here's Allen. Over to the left wing. Here's Marbury. Allen, the pass to Marbury. Oh, 3 chances on that possession, but they just can't find a way to score. And here's Pirtle. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so the first quarter is in the books. Cleveland on top. They're up by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now, that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Danilo Gallinari out there with Mo Wagner. Then it's Ben Simmons. Then it's Grady Dick. And it's Wilson in at the 3.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. This, their first chance to take a look at Cleveland this season. The Cavaliers lead by 5. Up top, Jackson. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Ooh, costly foul there. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws. More teams are playing 5 out now, Doris. So if you're coaching, is that a system you'd run?
It is, BA, because so many players come into the league highly skilled. If you are a 3-tool player, meaning you can shoot it, deck it, and pass it, and you've got 5 guys like that, look out. It is so hard to guard.
And he sinks the second. And he makes all 3.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Pistons trail by 8. Pass to Wilson. Back to Simmons. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just tremendous job using his frame. Ben Simmons understands how to get position.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. The Pistons have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Gallinari with a screen. Launches a 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Pass to Ilgauskas. Now Kaminsky. Nails the baby hook. Kaminsky's got his first bucket in this one.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So for the Pistons, Jackson, he's checked in for Gallinari. Caldwell Pope comes in for Wilson. And it's Smith in for Dick. Jackson with it. No points so far. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Jackson finds Wagner. 6 on the shot clock. And he's off on his first shot of the game. The Cavaliers lead by 8. Allen outside. Pass to Dunleavy. Here's Allen. The 3-ball. Drains the triple. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Smith. 9 points in the game. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the NBA. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
Sampson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Wagner. Smith hits them both. And so it's Cleveland with it. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Donovan Mitchell can put up points, but he's sacrificing some of that to get his teammates going. He said, quote, "For me, it's about balancing, picking my spots, picking my games, empowering everybody. But sometimes I've got to go do what I'm paid to do." Back to you.
He can heat up in a hurry. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Now here's Poeltl. He really had an off game against the Bulls. And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Marbury. Allen, pass to Dunleavy. No one near him. Again, Cleveland scores.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
Now here's Simmons. to Smith. Lets it fly. It's rebounded by Banchero.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Banchero with a screen on Simmons. Here's Dunleavy. Here's the three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Livingston, he's checked in for Simmons. Pistons trail by 13. Pass to Smith. Let's go with a three. It's rebounded by Bank. 4 rebounds now.
He started the game scorching the Nets from deep. 3 triples in the first period, but none here in the second. Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
The Pistons making a switch here. Dick's checked in. .156 left in the second period. Cleveland working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Sinks the tray. Allen's got his second basket of the night.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Smith left side. Nice shot from the wing.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Basket counts.
Boy, slow start for him out of the gates, but you can feel that rhythm building.
Pistons trail by 16. To the inside. Cavaliers on D. Outside Dick. It's Pirtle high post. Still no points. And it's Dick. That time on the assist by Pirtle.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Inside. And he jams it after taking a nice feed on the run.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Now here's Smith. 13 points in the game. Jacks up a 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
15 seconds left in the first half. Here's Nash. Pass to Dunleavy. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going into the break up 12. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Some teams say they're going to attack the paint. These guys are just doing it, and you see the result.
I know, that's music to your ears, and they need to keep playing that tune.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
I think for Cleveland, the end is near. Couldn't put things together in time. They've had a couple of good games, but they couldn't sustain the momentum. They're in rebuild territory, which ain't always pretty.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about About ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've got Paolo Banchero, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Connects from downtown.
And what an impact he's making from beyond the arc. A big three-pointer to narrow this lead.
That's where the bulk of his offense has come from, and they're going to need a few more of them before this one's over.
Here's Dunleavy. Pass to Sampson. Here's Nash. Here's Dunleavy. Three-pointer, no good. And that one's good. Sampson's got 18 points in the game.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
A nice shot by Smith.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Allen on the wing. Three-pointer. The rebound by Detroit. Here's Livingston. No made baskets yet. Jackson the screen. Smith outside. Puts up a 3. And Detroit another 3.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Banchero outside. Pass to Allen. The 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Pistons ball. Let's take this break to show you the leaders in steals among shooting guards since the All-Star break. Pistons trail by 5. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
For 3, Smith. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Nash. Pass to Dunleavy. Cleveland working the ball around now. Back to Banchero. Here's Dunleavy. He's covered by Caldwell Pope. Goes up on the wing. Cleveland again missing.
This certainly isn't how they wanted to start this half. I mean, just 1 for 5 coming out of the break. That is brutal.
That evens the score.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. For Cleveland, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Banchero outside. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And the dunk by Pirtle.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Cleveland has got nothing to fall here in the third. 0 for 4. To the right side. Here's Dunleavy. He has 7. Buries it from 3. Dunleavy's got 10 points.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Nash. Out to the wing. Wide open. Dunleavy can't hit.
No defender in sight. He tries to take initiative, but ultimately comes away empty-handed.
Pass to Livingston. Back to Smith. From behind the arc. Hits the trifecta. Smith's got 15 points here in the second half.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
The Cavs trailing. Here's Nash. Allen, right side. Pass to Sampson. 5 on the clock. Here's the teardrop. Detroit with a rebound. Now Smith. He's got 31. Here's the three, and again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Nash. Here's Sampson. Hurdle with the block.
Oh, Hurdle, he is not having it at the rim on the defensive end. That is beautifully done.
And so now a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
Wagner's checked in for the Pistons. And a switch here also for Detroit. Simmons is checked in. The Pistons lead by 5. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer off the mark. Cleveland has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Pass to Banchero. Here's Brewer. A minute 31 left to play in the third. Here's Ilgauskas, defended by Wagner. Ilgauskas' shot is off. And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Livingston pass to Jackson. Outside Simmons. To the left side wing. Jackson finds Caldwell Pope. It's tipped. Here's Livingston. The three. Rebounded by Ilgauskas. Ilgauskas has got 4 rebounds in the game. There's a screen. Pass to Dunleavy to stop the drought. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
Spacing the floor. That's his 3rd triple of the game and his 2nd in this half.
And the dunk by Wagner.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
From deep, Banchero at the arc. Banchero finds his mark.
Yeah, there's not much Banchero can't do in the pick and roll set. He's comfortable as the roller or with the ball in his hands.
Here's Livingston. He's scoreless. Pass to Simmons. Now Wagner. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. And the Pistons lead by 3. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Pistons ahead. They lead by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
You know a thing or two about a point guard's job. Set the table for your teammates. Done there perfectly.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Setting the floor for the Pistons. Smith out there with Ben Simmons. Then there's Dick. Then there's Mo Wagner. And it's Wilson in at the power forward position. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Right wing to tie it up. It's rebounded by Wagner. Well, the Pistons shooting around 50% of the game so far. Dick's got space. And it's Marbury with a rebound.
I'd go back to that shot again. That's a great look from the mid-range.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Can't hit that one.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And stolen by Jackson. From about 16, the rebound by Detroit.
That's not a bad shot, but this isn't really his shot.
Wagner with a screen on Jackson. To the middle. And the dunk by Wagner.
You can see Grady Dick becoming more and more comfortable playing at a pick and roll, really growing as a playmaker.
And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Both teams will make substitutions, and let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. He told his players, we are right there guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard and we will win this game.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Marbury. Pass to Kaminsky. For three, Allen. That shot, no good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Outside Gallinari. Fires for three. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Sampson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Brewer. Kaminsky outside. Here's Marbury. Cleveland again missing.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Graham, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. Pass to Marbury. Cleveland working the ball around now. Here's Sampson. Good on the baseline, Jay. Sampson's got 20 points.
Yeah, just doing his part. Staying active and converting at a high rate.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up. All night, he just won't let up.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Kaminsky can't hit.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Smith passes to Dick from outside the arc. Kaminsky pulls it in.
Boy, another miss, but you have to say to his teammates, great job. They have picked him up all evening long.
Here's Simmons, and again it's Detroit converting.
It's beginning to seem like they've gotten complacent defensively. They showed much more intensity in the first half.
Here's Marbury. Pass to Brewer, to the paint. Now here's Kaminsky, beyond the arc. Cleared away by Simmons. Here's Gallinari. Banks it home. Big shot.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team.
Okay, everyone. Look who's running onto the court. Your powerhouse team.
So both teams making some changes here. Here's Nash. Allen outside. And Carroll with a screen on Smith. Allen fires! Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second.
The Pistons lead by 9. Here's Smith. Let's loose for three. And he nails it.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Now Allen. Oh, he comes right back with a three of his own.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Smith. Shoots a three. Shot's no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage. And good whistle there.
At the line.
Good on the first, and that brings him with an 8.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on both. A minute and a half left in the fourth. Smith outside. Fires the three. Just 5 to shoot. Another chance. Ooh, it misses. And the Cavs shooting 27% here in the fourth. Puts up the tray. Yes, sir, with the three.
And that bucket from beyond the arc puts them within reach. He's really been putting that shot to work.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Now here's Smith. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He gets the first, and that puts him up 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
These trips to the foul line are how you protect the lead and grow it. Got to knock these in.
Outside Banchero. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Pistons. And they go to the intentional foul.
Ray Allen, third team foul. At the line for the Pistons, J.R. Smith taking 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he ends up making the second. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And it looks like they just won't have enough left here at the end.
Yeah, they simply ran out of time and energy.
Cleveland calls timeout. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Carroll with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Nope. And so it's Detroit with it. They held a 12-point lead earlier. So it's Detroit picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams might buckle under the pressure towards the end. The crowd was so amped up, such a hostile environment, but they stood tall and got the win.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And time now for our player of the game.
Coming to you live, and for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. They're stuck in neutral, unable to gain any real positive momentum.
I think for the Warriors, they were hoping to make a move late in the season. Hasn't happened as of yet. They're just stuck low in the rankings because of it. Maybe they can still end the season here on a high note.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Jason Tatum is out there with Sanders. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Young. And it's Podziemski in at the point guard position. Thompson misses. And it's the Warriors' ball. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Good on the bucket. Hey, Stan, what's it like to coach these two teams with all the veterans on each roster?
Well, Kevin, it makes your job a lot easier as a coach. Young players sometimes are just learning what it takes to win. They can get caught up in a lot of distractions. These veteran teams can shut out the noise. They know what it takes, and they're going to focus on what they need to do to get a win.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. We talked about how Kristaps Porzingis can warp a defense with his shooting. He said, quote, when they post him outside and go 5 out, it stretches a team. We'll need to adjust by closing out and rotating faster than we're used to. Hopefully that helps us against what they're trying to do. Back over to you guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Now, here's Fultz, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Thompson outside. Pass to Wade. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Podziemski. No good from Wade. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Young finds Tatum. Here's Podziemski. Screen by Cousins. Down low. Takes it off the glass.
And we saw this at Kentucky. Cousins takes up so much space in there, and he's already developed a number of go-to moves.
Young against Fultz. Wade from outside, and Tatum pulls it down.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Podziemski. Wade is covered. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And that's a grown man move by Cousins. Throwing it down with bad intentions.
Fultz dishes to Wade. Shoots over Podziemski. Another miss by Wade.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Pass to Podziemski. Cousins with a screen on Wade to the inside. And again, it's DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 6 points.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Now here's Thompson. Back to Adebayo. Nene against Cousins. And you assemble an all-swagger team. Jamal Murray Stan is on that roster.
Well, you're right, Kevin. And look, where players really gain their confidence, their swagger, if you will, in this league is when you play your best on the biggest stages in the playoffs. Jamal Murray has certainly done that. And he has earned his swagger.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Denver. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Here's Podziemski. Wade is covering. Outside Tatum. A three-pointer, no good. The Nuggets trail by 3. Three-pointer, Wade nailed from three-point land. Wade's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And we haven't seen much of this from the rookie. I guess Wade just had the focus that time.
Screen by Cousins. Here's Tatum. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Wade. He's got 7. That puts them in the lead.
Something Fultz wants to add to his game over time. Good to see him connect there.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. A different look for Denver. Bradley's checked in for Nene. Tari Eason comes in for Vanderbilt. And it's Sexton in for Dwayne Wade. Howard's checked in for the Warriors. Kyrie Irving comes in for Brandon Pajemski. Now, here is Irving. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. And yes, it's good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Adebayo. They trail by 1. Left side, Sexton to the left side wing. Adebayo finds Sexton. And the 3 off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And it's Fultz with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Eason passes to Fultz. Now here's Bradley, guarded by Tatum. And Bradley gets it to go.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Irving against Sexton. Irving passes to Cousins. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Cousins is a force on offense. He's good at setting the tone with the ball.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good. Denver making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them.
An obvious upside to DeMarcus Cousins. This is a rookie with the gifts and skills. And given the proper focus, this guy could be one of the best.
And here's Randolph. And Irving launches it from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for the Golden State Warriors. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more M2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
We've got Thompson. Sexton is out there with Fultz. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Bradley in at the 5, down low. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. And it's good for 2.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Irving. Rebound by the Nuggets.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Allie. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Sexton. Irving looking over the floor. The high post shot. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Denver leading by 4. Stan, you know, you think about the release point on Jokic's outside shot. It's tough to get to.
Yeah, Kevin, it certainly is. And the problem is if you start to come out of your stance to try to get to that shot, Jokic will just pull the ball down and beat you on the drive.
Here's Howard. Good D by Thompson.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Fultz kicks to Sexton. Pass to Fultz. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. On the wing, Thompson. There's the three. The Warriors pull it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Abdul-Rahim. That's good. And so Howard with the assist.
Well, maybe not the shot they were looking for there, but the defense gave it to him, and he knocked it down.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A different look for Denver. Nene, he's checked in for Bradley. Bam Adebayo comes in for Tari Eason. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Sexton. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Nene dishes to Wade. Outside, Adebayo. Back to Wade. And dunked by Dwayne Wade.
And there's the slam by Wade. Such a remarkable athlete.
Wade against Irving. Inside. And the dunk by Sanders.
Hey, I like the unselfishness. If someone has a better opportunity, make the next pass.
Wade outside. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wade, double team. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Fultz. He's defended by Podziemski. Fultz, no good. Sanders, high post. And finished off by Sanders. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Wade on the attack. Good on the shot. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Irving against Wade. Shoots from the elbow. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Golden State. Back to Irving. Left side, Tatum. Shoots it up. And the rebound goes to Nene. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Fultz finds Nene. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 4 assists now tonight.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Vanderbilt checked in for the Nuggets. And the Warriors also making a change. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Tatum looking around. Cousins with a screen on Fultz. Nick Young on the wing, guarded by Fultz. On its way from Young for 2. Denver grabs the miss. Vanderbilt the pass to Fultz. Wade, right side. Oh, Dwayne Wade doing damage inside. 54 seconds left to play here in the half. Up top, Podziemski. Wade is covering. On its way from Young for 2. Kept alive. No good from Cousins. The Nuggets leading by 3. Wade outside. Nene down low. He's guarded by Cousins. Fultz kicks to Vanderbilt. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Wade. Larry Sanders with the rebound. Pass to Pajemski. Here's Cousins.
Yeah, easy call.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That free throw good from Cousins.
Shooting for Golden State.
And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Nuggets on top, leading by a point. Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment?
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No.
And now let's talk Golden State. They're in an even matchup through one half of play.
I'm impressed with the effort on the glass. Big positive in my...
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. D-Wade really playing well in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Nick Young is out there with Pajemski. Then it's Tatum. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Sanders in at the 4-man position.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And there are so many reasons to be a fan of Wade's. This young man's ceiling is sky high.
Tatum passes to Young. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. It's all knotted up.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Wade outside. Tries the spin move. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
You got to be excited about this kid's future. Wade has the potential to be a superstar for a long time.
Tatum dishes to Cousins. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
I mean, that's the shot to take. He just couldn't get it to go.
And Thompson kicks to Fultz. Three-pointer, Wade. The Warriors pull it in. Tatum's got 4 rebounds in this game. To Cousins. Here's Young, guarded by Fultz. Tatum on the wing. Denver grabs the miss. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That time trying too hard to stop Fultz, but that's because everyone understands his talent.
For Denver, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. The Warriors, 4th.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
And he makes the first.
And the feeling is with Fultz, tremendous potential. Could be one of those game-changing type point guards who scores and passes with ease.
And so Fultz nails them both. And so here is Golden State. 4-point game. Cousins with a screen for Young. Pass to Cousins. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Wade can't hit. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Tatum. And here's Sanders. He's guarded by Adebayo. 6 on the shot clock. Inside Tatum, automatic.
He's tough and feisty. Tatum not backing down in his first year.
Wade outside. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And another miss by Denver.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 2. Golden State moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Tatum. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Thompson passes to Wade. And here's Fultz. Back to Wade. The 3-ball. And another miss by Denver.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
On outside. Pass to Podziemski. To the middle. Taken away by Nene. And here we go. Fast break. Fultz has got it. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 5th assist in this one. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the Warriors making a change here. Irving's checked in. All right, a chance to check out stats for Klay Thompson.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games. And he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Irving against Wade. Cousins. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Nene.
And Cousins was so dominant in college. We're seeing that strength carry over into the league.
At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second.
And for Cousins, he has all the tools needed to be a star. But it's going to come down to maturity and controlling that tempo.
3-pointer, Wade. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got 6 assists here tonight. Warriors trail by 6. Irving passes to Young. Here's Podziemski. Sanders with a screen on Fultz. Podziemski, the bounce pass. And Sanders throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Pass to Podziemski. Goes back up. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
That one is off. Hadley's checked in for Thompson. And the second free throw, good. And it's the Nuggets with the ball, leading by 5.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Wade outside. Now Fultz. He's got 5. Wade can't hit.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Whoa,
that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Wade outside. Lock at 6. Wade double team. Just his first attempt. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Irving. Back to Pajemski. Cousins with a screen on Colts. Here's Pajemski. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Denver. It's a 3-point game. Wade sets the pick for Fultz. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Cousins, no one around him. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Denver leading by 3. Benet finds Wade. Now here's Fultz. Back to Wade. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 8th assist in the game.
And love the rise and fire approach from Wade, giving the D no time to react.
Cousins with a screen on Wade. 2 on the clock. Can't capitalize inside. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Nuggets lead by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. Bradley is out there with Tari Eason. And there's Fultz, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's Sexton in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. To the paint, here's Bradley, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Bradley's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nuggets. The Warriors shooting 39% from the floor, at their best. Sexton against Irving. Six to shoot. Unloads. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good.
They need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Tatum on the wing. He's covered by Thompson. Tice with a screen on Sexton. And the Warriors miss again.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Thompson misses. Warriors trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort today.
Pass to Tice. And here is Irving. Latrey trains the three-pointer.
Irving will not have to learn how to shoot in this league. Great touch from deep.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. A different look for Denver. Nene, he's checked in for Bradley. Bam Adebayo comes in for Tari Eason. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Colin Sexton. Different look here for the Warriors. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Daniel Tice. Sanders comes in for Anthony Randolph. Nick Young's checked in for Tony Roten. And it's Brandon Podjemski in for Irving. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what the Nuggets coach was going over with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Thank you once again, Allie. Denver leading by 8. Fultz with the ball. Wade outside. Launches a 3. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Wade's got 24 points.
Well, he's been more confident shooting it since the half. Let's see if that trend continues.
Outside Tatum. Down low. It's stolen by Adebayo. Pass to Fultz. Over Young. Fultz, no good. Warriors trail by 11. Young up top. Back to Podjemski. Cousins with a screen on top. Here's Podjemski. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Fultz against Young. Wade feeling it out a bit. Shot from 16. That one misses. Warriors trail by 11. Here's Tatum. Finishes inside on the nice dish.
And he just fills up the middle. Cousins not looking like a rook inside.
And it's Wade with the ball for the Nuggets. Now Fultz. Wade outside. Oh, and wide open, nails the jam.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Taken away by Nene. Thompson surveying the floor. Here's Adebayo. Now Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Dwayne Wade. Rebounded by Young. Warriors trail by 11. Up top, Sanders. He's guarded by Adebayo. Here's Podjemski. 1:16 left here in the fourth quarter. And the layup is off.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Dwayne Wade.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Now Thompson. Another chance here.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, Klay Thompson.
First one falls for him. And so Thompson nails both of them. And so here is Golden State. It's a 13-point game.
Kyrie Irving. Assist goes to Howard.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Well, Jamal, I know you have a takeover mentality. Tonight you were focused on passing early. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, easier way in, but play my game at the same time. I just want to make sure we ran the court well, get everybody else going because they've been hooping. It's been a great team effort, and tonight I just try to do what I can to get everybody going.
Seeing your teammates score is always rewarding. Thanks so much, Jamal.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight. And now, our player of the game, Dwayne Wade.
Houston, Texas. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
So here's the Clippers starting group. We've got Kevin Love. Ivy's out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Battier in at the small forward position. Now here's Harden. He played a great game against the Lakers. No good on the triple. And it's the Clippers ball. It's a three-point game. Dunn outside. Pass to Chandler. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Battier, no good. Covington passes to Griffin. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Nice shot by Harden.
You know, he does so many things well, James Harden. It's easy to forget that he's top 3 all time in most three-pointers made.
Now here's Dunn. Out to the right wing. Here's Love. No good from the wing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Back to Harden. Covington finds Harden. Back to Covington. 4 on the clock. Griffin passes to Turner for 3. Covington doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Grant, the Clippers were finally healthy in the playoffs last season, but it still wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, but they gave us a dramatic 7-game series against the Nuggets, who then went on to push OKC to 7 games. So even if it wasn't the outcome the Clips wanted, still a heck of a season.
Here's Turner, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Harden's shot is good.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively.
Los Angeles has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Outside Love. Launches it. It's rebounded by Houston. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Lakers in their last game.
Sometimes it's difficult to get good looks on the road, but they ran the offense brilliantly.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Harden's shot is good. Here's Dunn. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Love for 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Turner. On the wing, Harden. For 3, Covington. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
A volume three-point shooter. Now, Covington understands this team depends on his ability to space the floor.
Ivy outside. Pass to Battier. Back to Ivy. Launches a 3. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
Look at the IQ. Such a smart play for a young player. Ivy executed the pick perfectly.
And here's Turner. No points yet. Inside. And Griffin slams it in.
He throws it down with 2 hands. You know he won't mess that up.
Not this guy. He is a big-time finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Now here's Love. 38 points for him last game against the Grizzlies in Memphis.
And he really dominated, working hard to control the glass.
Here's Turner. The lead is 2. Right side Harden. From deep. And Houston, another 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And it's Love missing. The Rockets lead by 5. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Turner, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Now here's Dunn. Love for 3. Sinks it from distance. Love's got 12.
He's had an amazing quarter, and they're still trailing. Hard to believe that.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Well, a chance to check out some stats for James Harden.
Substitution on the court.
We've got 1:48 left in the first. Fires the 3. The rebound by Chandler. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. Trailing by 2. They're getting their first look of the season at the Rockets in this one.
Yeah, we saw how combative yet enjoyable last season's series was. 2 very excellent teams going at it.
Exactly. They split the series, Greg. 2 elite teams and conference foes renewing that rivalry tonight.
In terms of volume, Trae Young is up there in three-point shooting. He's never shy from deep.
Pass to Love. Back to Ivy. Pulls it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Houston.
That's how you want to see them crash the glass. They've been out-hustled so far.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Deng. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Los Angeles shooting their initial free throws of the game here.
Luol Deng, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams changing it up here. So he gets them both. There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Young looking for an opening. Pass to Stoudemire. Now Ross shoots over Johnson. That's no good. Couldn't get his first one to go.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for the Houston Rockets. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And so in the game for Los Angeles, Beal and Kawhi operate together on the wings. And it's Murray, and it's Smits in at center. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, Fred VanVleet is a leader for the Rockets. Their coach, Ime Udoka, says Fred sometimes goes against his natural inclination, playing the good cop because Ime himself is so hard on them. But adds, Fred is a grumpy dude. He always finds something to be mad at. We need that with our team. Brian, back to you.
They love his disposition. All right, Allie, thank you. Ross can't get it to go.
Really good shot contest there. It made it tough for the shooter.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the #2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The Clippers getting their last shot to go. Young way outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And now it's time to look at the teams that have really impressed shooting from the field during the last 10 games. The Rockets 4th.
Recently, they've been effective in getting good looks. Field goal percentages are typically tied to the quality of your shots.
Rockets trail by 3. Picked by Covington. Outside Harden. Lets the 3 fly. Johnson with the defensive effort. The Clippers have gone 3 of 3 to begin the second. Matty passes to Dunn. Outside Love. 4-3. It's rebounded by Houston. Outside Young. Pass to Harden. Jacks up a 3. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
You might want to track this guy. Mark him definitely, just deadly from deep so far.
Here's Dunn. Still without a bucket. Johnson on the wing. 6 to shoot. And there's a pick. Shoots over Harden. The shot by Johnson, no good. And Young has got the ball here for the Rockets. The 3 is up. And it's Smits with a rebound. Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Matty passes to Johnson. Fires from deep. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Houston has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Clark, players sometimes talk about the game slowing down as they gain experience.
Well, it's the benefit of experience, understanding situations, having gone through various situations as you get more engaged in the league over time. The more you understand where you're supposed to be, usually you can get there on time or early, and you're more reactive versus thinking.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Vucevic. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Chandler's checked in. Now here's Dunn. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Pass to Harden. Houston working the ball around. It's Covington on the wing. And here's Turner. Now Young. Defended by Dunn. Now Harden. Takes a 3. The Rockets again can't hit.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Pass to Love. Over Turner. Love, that's good. Love's got 14 points.
Yeah, a bit of a throwback performance for K. Love. I mean, he has been on fire tonight.
Left side Young. Back to Harden. Turner, a screen on Johnson. Harden from outside. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
He started out hot from distance, and that has continued.
Now Dunn. Over to the left wing. With the fadeaway. And the three-pointer goes.
Nice answer by Dunn. He is game from deep.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Griffin, he's checked in for Houston. Ivy's checked in for the Clippers. With only 1 game left, let's take a peek at how the final seedings could look in the West. You look at the Clippers, with the playoffs fast approaching, they are well positioned at second place in the conference. And of course the Rockets down 4 spots.
I think for Houston, they control their destiny. If they win, they avoid the play-in scenario. But if they lose, they are absolutely playing with fire. His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Outside Harden. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer. Harden's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Well, his production from deep has been nothing short of astounding.
1:14 left in the first half. Love against Griffin. Dunn outside. with 1 on the clock. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
That one falls.
A proven score. When Harden gets into a flow like this, he can pile up the points.
Pass to Turner. Back to Harden. Lets it go from deep. And Houston, another three.
He's dropping the three ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Dunn. On the wing, Ivy. Turner covers. And Ivy gets a three. Ivy's got his second basket on the night.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Here's Griffin. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for Houston. He's been doing damage on the offensive end all night. 28 points in this one. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
And let's do something we never, ever, ever do, and that's go off topic.
What topic?
So we don't have a topic, Shaq?
Isn't that a topic, being off topic?
Well, that was... And let's get into this first half. A super close game for the Clippers so far.
In a game this close, you want to attack the paint.
Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
We've got James Harden. Robert Covington is out there with Blake Griffin. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Turner in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. There's a screen. Here's Ivy. The Rockets pull it in. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Houston is shooting about 43% in this one. Back to Harden. Screen by Griffin. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers. Love's got 4 rebounds in the game. Well, Clark, for over a decade now, the Clippers have essentially been a staple in the postseason.
Yeah, B.A., they sure have been. They've only missed the playoffs twice since 2012. Staying competitive during that stretch, despite a great deal of roster turnover and some major injuries to deal with as well.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Turner. Now here's Harden. Here's the three.
Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Ivy outside. Ooh, Griffin with the steal. Here's Turner. On the wing, Harden. The three is up. Fires in the triple. Harden's got 31 points.
This has been a running theme for him. Hit a number of threes in the first half. Now nails another.
Pass to Love. Takes the three. It's down. His 7th make in 13 attempts today.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Houston has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Outside Harden. This one for 3. The rebound by Chandler. Chandler's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
So far this quarter, he's been out of sync and might be pressing right now.
Outside Love for the lead. Drummond grabs the miss.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Three-pointer, Harden. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Love. Shoots over Griffin. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in the game. Ivy against Turner. The shot. And it's Harden. That time on the assist by Turner. And now a 5-point Houston lead.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. That one misses. And Clark, one thing this Rockets team is known for is their ferocity on the backboards.
Yeah, they were terrific retrieving their own misses, and they played with a grit and a toughness that I thought belied the team's youth, and that's a good foundation to build on. You've got tough-minded young players that are only going to get better. Keep an eye on this Rockets team.
Good on the second one. Houston leading by 4. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
You know, he could see his squad was losing momentum, losing steam. Smart timeout to let them catch their breath and reset.
And if you're wondering where the points were coming from, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for Houston.
It's been their guards who have really carried the weight offensively. They'd appreciate some more production out of their front court, but for now, their back court has kept them in it.
Now here's Drummond. Yet to see a basket. Drummond, the screen on Ivy. Outside Harden. From the arc. Love grabs the miss. Love's got 6 rebounds in the game. Clippers trail by 4. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Ivy passes to Dunn. Clock at 6. To the right side. Love for 3. And the Clippers miss again.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
On the wing, Harden. Beyond the arc. Connects again from distance. Man, he's really launching him from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in. Feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
Love. It's rebounded by Houston. Covington's got 4 rebounds now. Harden, the pass to Turner. Drummond, the screen on Ivy. Oh, there's the alley. And Griffin slams it in.
And that right there was vintage Blake Griffin. After all his injuries, it's awesome to see him hammer down the alley-oop.
And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Rockets making a change here. Young's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Murray's checked in. Murray, a screen on Young. Ivy, right side. There's the triple. On target from range. Ivy's got 9.
And Ivy has made some real progress in improving this part of his game. Now you got to take him seriously from deep.
Left side Young for 3. Another 3 from Houston.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Ivy. 9 points in the game. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the board.
And there's 1:45 left in the third. Pass to Battier. The 3-ball. It's hauled in by Houston. Covington's got 5 rebounds in the game. Turner attacking over Ivy. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Murray with the ball for the LA Clippers. 9-point game. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Here's Smith, covered by Covington. Ivy passes to Battier. Shot clock at 5. Pure from 3-point range.
defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Outside Young. Let's go with a three. Oh, the lethal three ball of Young.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Back to Dunn. Pass to Battier. From downtown. And Los Angeles, another three.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
Young with it. 9 points in the game. Overdone. And another basket for Houston.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Clippers trail by 8. On the wing, Ivy. They set the pick. There's the three. It's hauled in by Houston. And here's Turner. No made baskets yet. A good look from Young. And it's Houston scoring again.
He's been a piece of the puzzle tonight, but it's a team effort. Everyone's contributing to this lead.
And so it's the Houston Rockets ending the quarter up 10. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. Back after this. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. On the floor for the Clippers, we've got Murray. Also Kevin Love out there, and it's Smits in at the 5, down low. And Houston has possession, following the three-pointer by Los Angeles. Back to Harden, lets it go from deep. Love grabs the miss. Love's got rebound number 7 tonight. Murray finds Johnson. Oh, stolen by Harden. Down low. Here's Gooden. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. And the Rockets lead by 9.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Johnson passes to Smits. Now Johnson. Puts up a 3. They get the rebound. Pass to Day. The 3. And he can't get that one. Houston leading by 9. Right side Harden. Here's Gooden. Off with the layup.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Outside Johnson. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. For Houston, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Pass to Rogers. Harden with a screen on Love. On the wing, Harden. Here's Gooden. It's stolen by Love. Out to the right wing. Now Murray. Back to Love. And there's the screen for 3. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. To the middle. It's intercepted. Murray for 3. Bottom. 3 ball from Keegan.
And we know Murray can be very efficient at the arc. And we'll see if he can keep it up against pro perimeter defenders.
Here's Rogers. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Clippers trail by 6. To the inside. The steal. Outside Ross. Pass to Harden. Houston working the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. Oh, connects again.
He's had it locked on automatic. I mean, the points are just coming so easily.
And, in fact, he's tied for the third most career 40-point games. This game is one for the record books. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, after the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. He was very upbeat and positive, saying to his guys, let's go. I want you guys to up the pace. Look to push the ball up the floor whenever you can. They cannot stop us in transition. Let's see how the team responds. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Ivy. Here's Battier. And the Clippers miss again. Now here's Turner. Outside Harden. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Chandler. Chandler's got 8 rebounds in the game. Ivy passes to Dunn. Outside Love. From deep. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
He's been terrific offensively. You can bet they'll feed him down the stretch. That's for sure.
Here's Love.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
First team foul. At the line for the Clippers, Kevin Love taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Love. And Love drops them both.
A perfect trip to the line narrows the gap.
The Rockets lead by 6. Now Turner. Harden outside. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Love.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Two minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Chandler. He fires from 18. Ooh, the shot misses. For Houston, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Turner fires. Cash from downtown.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Love against Griffin. Outside Love. He's off from 3.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Picked it out of midair. Now here's Dunn. Defense is right there. Love up top. For 3. Money from 3.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And here's Harden. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as much as 10. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
At this stage in his career, Griffin brings with him a deep arsenal of moves inside.
And here are the Clippers now. 8-point game. Love with the ball. No good from 3. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Harden outside from downtown. And again for 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The BA, he's on fire.
And here's Love. They set a pick. And out of bounds. Houston will have it.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
Houston takes this one by a big margin. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA